Downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit. Local 4 News at 5 starts now.
The former treasurer of the Detroit Fire Department Union accused of stealing $220,000 in union funds and spending it on herself.
Prescription warning. The DEA wants you to take a very close look at your medication, all because of what they're calling an alarming increase that could have potentially deadly consequences. Priya.
After a week of virtual learning, students at East Point Middle School are back in the classroom.
They trying to replace the teachers and stuff, but still not enough.
Tonight, how the district and what parents have to say.
Plus, more than 100 new COVID outbreaks in Michigan schools.
We're going to begin, though, here at 5 with breaking news out of New York. R&B superstar R. Kelly has been convicted in a sex trafficking trial after decades of allegations about sexual misconduct with minors. Kelly found guilty of 1 count of racketeering and 8 counts of sex trafficking. He faces up to life in prison. Today's verdict comes after 9 hours of deliberation in Brooklyn. A jury made up of 7 men and 5 women. His sentencing not for some time yet. It's set for May 4th of next year. Also just in here at 5, Detroit police searching for a man accused of trying to abduct a girl who was walking home from school.
Police sent us this sketch of the suspect. This happened on Dickerson near Jefferson last week. Police say the man grabbed the girl and tried to kiss her and take her shirt off before her tablet started ringing. Suspect then pushed the girl away and ran off. Anyone who recognizes the suspect or has information is asked to call Detroit police.
Our other top story at this hour, Verdine Day, treasurer of the Detroit Fire Department Union for nearly 4 years before retiring in 2019. Well, now she's accused of stealing more than $200,000.
The allegations include cashing checks and using the union credit card on a cruise. Let's get to Defender Sean Lay tonight. Sean, she was a firefighter for decades.
A firefighter, yes, well-known firefighter who was firefighter of the year in the Detroit Fire Department at one time not too long ago. We're talking about Verdine Day, now standing accused of stealing thousands of dollars of firefighter dues and then using the union credit card to charge 2 cruises up to $20,000 lost there. We're talking about someone well-known and well-liked within the department and city.
I'm just very excited about it.
That's Verdine Day being recognized for her work in the city of Detroit. If you know the Detroit Fire Department, you know Verdine Day. Not only was Day the department's first female fire engine driver, her heart stood out to the men and women of the fire department. She was recognized as an outstanding woman in blue in 2018 when a family was hit by fire. Detroit firefighters and Day came to the rescue.
Myself and another person goes out and buy gifts.
The 62-year-old was so well known and loved within the department. When she retired from Detroit Fire and as treasurer of the Detroit Firefighters Union in 2019, her retirement made the news. Almost immediately, word spread that after Verdine Day retired, lots of money at the Firefighters Union was missing. Now we know how much. Federal prosecutors today not only charged with Day breaking the trust of the firefighters who trusted her with their union dues. Day was hit with federal bank and wire fraud charges for allegedly pocketing more than $160,000 in dues. Prosecutors say she wrote checks to herself for cash and for allegedly using a union credit card, racking up more than $52,000 in charges for cruises, casino bar bills, and restaurants.
Hey, Miss Day, Sean Lay with the Local 4 News Defenders. Can you please call me back? We want to ask you about the charges filed today.
No response yet from Verdine Day. She is out tonight on $10,000 bond. Guys, insiders with the department tell me some of her closest friends right after she retired could not get in touch with her for months and still have not yet to hear from her. We're live tonight. Sean Lay, Local 4, back to you.
Well, Sean, what have you heard, if anything, from the fire department union officials? What do they have to say about this?
Fire department, the commissioner did not want to talk about this today, so it was more of a union issue, of course. So we did talk to the union president and vice president. They knew there was an investigation. They did not know this was coming today. They were not prepared to speak about it quite just yet.
Okay, certainly more to come. Okay, Sean, thank you.
Let's take a look now at the coronavirus numbers from over the weekend. State reporting a 3-day total of 7,733 new cases. So the average right now is at about 2,500 cases per day. 35 more deaths are also being reported over that same 3-day period. We're also getting new numbers on outbreaks at schools across the state.
And for that, we want to get to Jason Colthorpe. He's live in the newsroom with more. Jason.
Yeah, we're talking about a lot here, guys. More than 100 new outbreaks. One thing to glean from these new numbers and these new outbreaks is they come from every part of Michigan. The UP, Northern Lower, the West Side, East Side, and the Thumb. COVID school outbreaks are defined as 2 or more positive cases from different households that may have shared exposure on school grounds. And we'll break them down here. Of the 106 new outbreaks, 16 are from Metro Detroit. In the city, there are 3 outbreaks, including 6 cases at Gardner Elementary. In Macomb County, 5, including an 11-student outbreak. That's at Warren Woods Tower High School. 3 outbreaks in St. Clair County, including one of the largest at Palms Elementary, where 20 students and staff are sick. Another large outbreak in Washtenaw County, 19 students and staff at South Arbor Charter Academy. And there are 4 new outbreaks in Wayne County, including 6 students at Divine Child Elementary. The largest new outbreak, by the way, is 23, and that's at a high school in Midland. These are the latest numbers. Obviously, we'll be following them as they come in. Kim, back to you.
Jason, thank you. And by the way, Pfizer is expected to submit vaccine data to the FDA for children ages 5 to 11 in just a few days. We'll certainly keep you posted on that. Well, after a teacher shortage forced students to go virtual last week, 6th and 7th graders were back today at East Point Middle School.
It's just one example of what districts across Metro Detroit are dealing with. Priya Mann spoke with reps from the district and to parents about what can be done to fix this. Priya.
Last week, parents of middle school students were here picking up laptops as their kids returned to virtual learning. This week, students are back in the classroom, but there are still concerns about the impact of staff shortages, not just here, but in school districts across Metro Detroit.
Our kids going to be cheated out their education.
Sandra McCrae's 7th grader Darion was back at East Point Middle School Monday, but both have concerns about the school year.
They trying to like replace the teachers and stuff, but still not enough for all the periods. The school is overcrowded, so how can you social distance? How can you prevent COVID from spreading if we have too many students and not enough teachers?
Last week, 6th and 7th graders went virtual after several teachers suddenly resigned. It's a challenge facing many school districts, a severe staff shortage, few applicants, and not enough substitute teachers.
It has been a huge challenge to find teachers and really all school staff this year. We've had many vacancies, and I think any school district you talk to is going to say the same thing.
At full staffing, East Point Middle School has 20 teachers for its 360 students. Last week, the district was able to hire 3 new teachers and bring students back into the classroom.
I think we all kind of came into this year knowing, whether it was for a quarantine closure or a staffing closure, that any school district is going to have plans in place to potentially have to move kids to virtual.
Some districts are raising salaries, trying to lure qualified teachers back into the classroom. But keep in mind, COVID-19 relief funds are temporary.
There's something wrong with the school system to get the teachers to be that adamant to get up and walk out. So there's got to be a lot of soul searching by the boards and again by the local governments to say things have to change.
Yeah, and the teacher shortage certainly affecting school districts right across the country. While pay is one issue, morale is another. And the folks that we spoke to say there's just no quick fix here. Reporting live tonight, I'm Priya Mann, Local 4.
And part of that, Priya, is because this shortage isn't just about teachers retiring. There are not, at the other end of the pipeline, there aren't as many people becoming teachers right now.
Yeah, that's part of the problem as well. You have fewer people who are entering the profession. You have more find a way to attract and retain qualified teachers.
We're watching a crisis develop under our feet. Exactly right. All right, Priya.
Yeah, we are. President Joe Biden receives a COVID-19 booster shot. Last week, federal health officials approved Pfizer's booster dose for people 65 and older 6 months after their last vaccine. Biden got his first 2 doses of the Pfizer vaccine in January. In remarks before getting the shot, the 78-year-old urged people to get vaccinated if they have not already done so. He also said First Lady Dr. Jill Biden will be getting her booster soon.
We're kicking off a new work week, but it feels a lot like summer, especially compared to last week where we were.
It really does, and
Yeah.
I'll take it. Let's get over to Andrew here at 5. We're headed into a pretty nice stretch here, Andrew.
Kimberly and Devin, we are certainly loving it. You're right. We've got beautiful sunshine out there and temperatures still above 80 degrees. We're up 1 degree since last hour at 82 at both Metro Airport and at City Airport. 78 warm degrees for our friends in Pontiac, still 80 degrees in Howell. Yeah, it's got some boaters out there on the water, avid boaters catching a few more rays of sun and calm conditions out there on the water. Just remember life jackets for everybody. We stay around 80 degrees at our next hour, and then we retreat only into the 70s and upper 60s toward nightfall, so we go from warm to mild. And between 8 and 8:30, if you can catch a good spot low on the horizon, the southwestern horizon, you'll be able to see the planet Venus, but only for a short time because it's setting. And we're still looking at dry conditions this evening. Whether you love astronomy or just simply want to have something nice to do outside, like maybe have a meal or something. We'll talk more about tonight's forecast and how cool it gets and whether we can keep this sunshine going this week in your 7-day forecast.
Okay, Andrew. Southfield Police Department provide an update on 2 recent shooting incidents in the city.
One happened last week near a child's daycare center facility at on JL Hudson Drive. Police say 29-year-old Marquise Bose and 25-year-old Malik Hall have been charged in connection with that shooting. Second shooting happened September 16th during an armed robbery at the Hilton Garden Inn on American Drive. 2 25-year-olds, Ahmed Saeed and Charles Reynolds, have been charged in connection with that shooting. They spend their days out on the street working to protect pets.
New at 5, we're tagging along with Detroit Animal Control and showing you what they're doing to keep dogs and cats out of shelters.
And what had one of the world's best golfers here in Detroit less than a day after one of the biggest wins of his career.
But first, why the DEA wants you to take an extra close look at your prescription medications. That's next.